Congressman Cory Mills joins us now. Cory, what did you hear today from this director of the Secret Service?
Well, first off, it was completely unsacked for the Secret Service director to try and act as if his information is going to be sufficient to the American people. What did we confirm here today? One, that we never should have had it on this actual site location without a proper advance. And if we saw that we didn't have a full presidential package, we should have moved the event 15 minutes down the road to the airport like he's done before, which is a much more secure area with less buildings with a vantage point. Myself and Congressman Eli Crane went up and we went to both of the counter sniper locations, and I laid personally right where Thomas Crooks took the shot. And I can tell you that from that building, you have a vantage point where you can see the shooter at all times. We went down to the exact location where President Trump was standing during the incident. And I can tell you the Kubota Manufacturing Center, about 420 plus yards outside of the perimeter zone, was a direct 12 o'clock shot on the president. Not to mention that there was an entire slew of buildings that was on the opposite side of the stage that also could have had snipers from that position. The entire thing was a botched incident. And you forget one key thing. The local law enforcement offered a drone capability to provide surveillance, and the Secret Service denied it. And they weren't there in the morning brief to get the comms channel frequencies, which I can tell you, I had a whistleblower come to me who was in one of the positions that said, we saw Thomas Crooks up to 20 minutes prior to the actual incident, and he had talked to his partner and said, I didn't know they let Antifa in here because of his dress and appearance. Look, this is the biggest Secret Service and security breach and failure that we have seen in our lifetimes. And we're talking about our presidential nominee, the former president who was denied counter snipers, as you pointed out. This event that took place is going to become so circumstantial when we talk about moving forward. And we're going to get to a stage, Jesse, and I can tell you this, even though Eli and I were not chosen for the task force as the most experienced members of Congress because we don't vote a certain way as leadership likes, we're going to launch our own private investigation. And I'll tell you something, it's going to get to a point, Jesse, that the evidence that we find and the gross negligence will basically put us in a place where you can't tell purposeful intent to be distinguishable from the gross negligence of the Secret Service. This is unsatisfactory, and we nearly, by milliseconds and millimeters, lost the president.
You don't trust the congressional investigation?
I think that there's some good qualified guys, but I think that what we should have been doing was a experienced task force that had people who understood the counter sniper capability. Look, I was a counter sniper with the Department of State. I have done, and I confirmed this with our former team leader, Ken Christo, who is a former sergeant major who rescued Jessica Lynch. I said, how many of these have we done? He said, at least 1,000. I can tell you after my initial site survey that without a full presidential package, without a even tethered balloon surveillance capability, without a drone capability, without having local law enforcement coordination, without, and you heard the people on the stage, where do we go? Where do we go? They should already know that your armored vehicle is your hardened safe room that they're going to move out. None of that was done, and I would not have approved this venue.
Last question.
We need people with experience on that task force, Jesse.
Yeah, I know. You should have been on that task force, and that's a shame you're not. I'm glad you're going to do this where they left off.
Well, because I don't vote for bloated appropriation bills, Jesse. That's what it comes down to. I'm not a yes man when it comes to Congress. I vote for the American people.
What about the text? These Secret Service are getting things over text. Does that make any sense to you?
None at all. And I can tell you, we've always done where even if your local law enforcement that we're coordinating with doesn't have a radio, which is somehow able to get our frequencies that we're able to put a plug into, we would give them at least a standard ICOM radio, which is a line of sight radio that they could be able to utilize. The fact that we don't even know who was in the building makes me think that the same way the FBI utilized mobile cell phone pings for the J6, we should be doing the same thing by collecting all the phone numbers of our local law enforcement and our Secret Service and FBI to determine where were they at 6/11 during the time of shooting to start our placement on the real investigation of who knew what.
Yeah, it sounds like you're already ahead of the investigation as it stands. Cory Mills, thank you so much. As always, have a great weekend, and please keep up the great work. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.